What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Manchester United Football Manager 2022 series. Once more, a beginning of the video shout out to the Patreon family. If you want to get involved, click the link in the description and you can help support the channel. But now, we've got a mix. You're going to draw the EFL Cup, the semi-final, but it also gives away the result we just played off camera there. Against Aston Villa, we were expecting to win. You can see I utilised even some players we're selling, so that says a lot to me as well. Like Henderson, I don't feel we need to replace Henderson, not this season anyway, because De Gea is just going to play all games. De Gea wasn't tired, it was more just the fact of giving him a chance. Alex Telles, left back is probably the first port of call. Because, yeah, we already touched on Dean Henderson there. If we go back over to the transfers, though, Fred was the last one to actually leave. And obviously, Fred, you know, he's not the greatest of players. So but he had a place in the squad. Hell, he's playing in real life. So, yeah, in the current Manchester United squad, he's part of that. So that's that position in the squad we're going to look to reinforce. I'm really happy with the money we got. If we're thinking of going for a left back and a centre mid, maybe a more defensive centre mid, we got a lot of attacking ones. Someone maybe to test McTominay and really hopefully show that he's better than McTominay. So it will be interesting if we can get two better players than that. I like to think we can. That's what I mean with the Henderson. We won't talk about it too much because we did in the last episode explaining it a bit, but with that money, we're going to have someone who's going to maybe just play a bit more in the team and be more value for that 20 mil. So this will take us back to the semi-final draw. I say we could hope we get Sheffield United, but at the same time, if you want to, go all the way, you're going to expect to beat the very best. Manchester United, Sheffield United, and home. Yeah, that's perfect. Also, you might take a look at some players we're looking at. Maybe, I'm not sure how much you guys know about him. He's actually English. Sorinola, just remember hearing about him, checked up where he was, and yeah, he's playing outside of England. He's playing in Belgium. So it's interesting how, he will come along because we're just getting a scout on him. But for a 20-year-old, his attributes don't look too bad. But I'm not sure about his current ability, so I'm not sure if he's going to be the signing for now, but maybe long term. I was just, scouting, looking at options, really. And then a central player there was Oliver Skipp. I'm just wondering about his cost. I don't want to splash all of the money on him. And obviously keeping it English, like making another English signing would be good. But yeah, I just wonder how much he's actually going to cost. But also, this happened. Someone requested a transfer, so we'll just type in requested, leave a bit of anticipation. Who can it be? Make sure we spell it right. There he is. I remember him being actually suggested, and we'll be calling, 43 mil by request. Last time we scouted him, I'm pretty sure he was in between 50 and 60 mil, close to 70, but that's still quite the fee. And even his current ability, I wouldn't say is world class. So I just want he would be a superb signing for the future. The scout summary. Yeah, A-. But that's, his value right there. So it's just a bit more than I wanted to pay for someone that's transfer listed. But quality. And as a central midfielder, as I said, we would definitely want a more defensive guy in there. In truth, I do like well-rounded players. And I just think we can get someone with similar current ability for cheaper. Unfortunately, I thought he could be a little bit more cheap. If he was around 30 million, I'd consider that. But 40, that doesn't give us as much to play with for our left back. So I did want to mention it a bit in this episode because Liverpool, a very important game. Even though we're 6 points clear of them. They may have dropped a point here or there. I didn't even take a look, to be honest. So let's do that now. When was that? Was it the last game? Leicester. Leicester beat them away from home. Really well done by Leicester. Helps us out. And even if Man City win, they're still further away from Liverpool. So we're sitting, very impressively with our points compared to the other teams. And same with goal difference as well. So there is another English young left back at Southampton, Thierry Small. His report looked okay. And you look at his value, I'd like to think he has got some development in him. I really don't like his mentals. But yeah, so he's only 17, but I'm still going to question him a little bit. I don't like the look of him so much. And I don't like the only player trait my fullback would be having is tries tricks. Like, you don't go out there to your fullback and like, yeah, mate, go out there. We want you to try some tricks today. We want you to defend and yeah, push forward when you can, bomb forward, provide that. So there might be an element of trying tricks in those moments, but I don't think that should be the only trait that player he has in his mind. If it comes along with complementing a good fullback in terms of his defensive ability, yeah, that's great, but I don't think he has that right now. And once more, I do find it very valuable to use a director of football, suggest the transfer, left back. And we won't even talk about end of contract situations, but there could be someone in mind. Or Owen, I know, like he's just gonna, these kind of bigger names, or he's known that he's an up and coming young fullback. These guys are gonna cost, they're gonna be pretty costly. They're trying to manage the 50 million we have. And I kind of want to don't spend like too much more than 20 million on each signing we're trying to make. But let's just kill the anticipation. We'll go to it now. Not goalkeeper. Just in terms of anyone running out of their contract, you might just see him. There you go. Paulo DYBALA. We've already shortlisted these guys. And there was a 16-year-old, a young winger. Check his scout report. Yeah, it could improve a lot. Like, if you can sign this guy on a free, I think, yeah, might as well. See, he's a Spanish one, and there's not that warning of the work permit. Is it asking prices well above market value? Not when his contract's running out. So they have a lot of cons, but I feel like he's going to develop his game. To have that many cons, or what they are trying to bring up about a young 16-year-old, he's going to work on things in his game. But anyway, to have quite a few of those 14s, and at his age, at 16, you think they go up by a minimum of 3, if not 4. He could be very good, his absolute best. At least the technicals will go up by that much. I think I see them being 17 or 18s, first touch, passing and technique. That's quite exciting, just picturing how he'll be in the future. But yeah, Paulo DYBALA, you might just say, oh, you don't need him, look at your attack. But the value in getting someone like Paulo DYBALA for free, you can probably picture, like, no matter what you say, I'm probably going to go for this. Just like, I don't feel you can pass that up, even if you go on, sell him the next season. Like, that's money to be made. I don't feel there's any way this could be a negative deal if you do manage to sign him up, but I'd love to see what you guys think. And keep in mind, yeah, I'm probably aware, like right now, we probably don't need another attacker. Keeping in mind, Cavani's going to leave, so that's one striker gone, even though he's not so key, but he's rotating. Mate, imagine that, replacing Cavani. I mean, that's a realistic real life. Yeah, because we signed Mbappe, so... Yeah, I know, but man, imagine if you could actually make it happen. Imagine. What I mean is, also, that's another thing. 3 other teams in our own league are going to be after him. It's almost preventing, that in terms of league challenges. You wouldn't want to be coming up against him in important matches in the league which could decide the Premier League title. You wouldn't just sign someone just because of that fact. And the fact he could play attacking midfield and striker, so he covers 2 positions. And even out wide, you could train him. But, yeah, I think that's a go. Also, just to show you right now how, search to find players, you pick attributes here for like a fullback role. Obviously, if you're looking for someone else to do whatever you think you need, or whatever player you're looking for more specifically. So you see the ages of these guys. They're actually the best available. Put down 13 out of 15, or yeah, Johnny comes up. He's actually a really good fullback at Wolves, 27 years old. But again, I'm not sure we'd be going for that fee. But yeah, he can play right back, left back. He is right-footed, so I probably like him for a right back. Not sure if he's needed. But yeah, if we drop to 11, only Digne, and we drop to 9, we get a few more now. I was hoping a youngster. We drop to 8. And I mean, Gvardiol, he's amazing. He would be the player you'd love to go for, but Leipzig got him. Like, he will be so hard to sign. Like, that's just, the value's too high, but it's deservedly so. Like, he should be like that because he's a wonder kid. You shouldn't be able to get him on the cheap. Nuno Mendes out on loan anyway, but he's going to be pricey. But then I noticed one of these guys' value is incredibly low. I think if we drop it one more, if we put it on the 7, so yeah, we are dropping it quite a bit. But it's all about, looking for the value. There's a couple 22-year-olds in here. And this guy, but we're not even looking for bargains, but maybe you guys will get like a good signing if you're a lower team. And even here, guys, I've just looked for transfer listed left backs. This is another Spanish. I'm pretty sure we don't have him. He's not on the shortlist, so we'll get him on it. Scout him for a week. He seems to be another. Yeah, he's fairly susceptible to injuries, but he's another 16-year-old that's running out of his contract. And listed promising, so not bad. But Arthur Masuaku, the signing from West, it's probably not. It'd be cheap, but even if we're thinking just to use him as backup, rotate, no. You go loan listed, but they may not want to loan out to, a rival. So Luke Thomas, I actually signed last year. I did a save with Sunderland, and once we got to the Premier League, he was very good. I think I'm not even going to worry about a future fee because I probably won't spend. I know how much they'll want, and I probably won't spend that. I'm just wondering if we do loan, and even if we just go through optional future fee, like sure, that's below. Maybe if we try and drop this a little bit, maybe just go to a flat 30. Just wonder what they think, and maybe drop these fees a little bit, at least unused. So it's 150, 150. The playing. Maybe try and drop these to 90. I have a bit of doubt about this. I feel like I rarely can negotiate. I'm just reading all the information there when they talk about the clause. Yep, that's that one. But yeah, generally it doesn't seem to work out. You can't seem to negotiate it too much. So optional future fee, we'll try to drop this to 33 and then maybe the unused, and that's it. And then leave the wage. Yeah, I'm just backing up. Yeah, back up my point. Maybe try and just lower the optional future fee to 32. Then they start being really annoying and we'll remove and exclude all these. Yeah. Almost proving that they're not going to listen to any negotiations. Maybe apart from an ever so minimal one, which is just dropping the optional future fee. Maybe 34. Come on. 35. At least that made my point and what I've known in the last few years. For loans, you can rarely ever at least negotiate it. So generally, I just see how much they want for a loan and I either accept or decline it or move on to another player. Not really decline because they're not offering the player to us, but just finding out their terms. Which I wish it was more negotiable because we could not negotiate that at all. But anyway, all of that, I don't mind just getting him on loan for the season. If he really, really impresses and starts to show some development, but that's a pretty good, that's pretty good. I think he can play Tellers' role, what Tellers did, but we'll use Luke Shaw as much as we can, and the fact that he's homegrown, being English as well. Homegrown, obviously, at Leicester, the club specific, but yeah, I think that's a bit of a money saver for the time being. And I think for an amount I would have wanted to spend transfer-wise, I think he's that ability. So we're not just getting someone who's not as good just because we're trying to, save money a bit. Yeah, he's not bad for the rest of this season. And, Bailey, he's going to come up with... I don't like this. He wants to be loaned, but I don't... Loaning a 27-year-old, I'm like, can you just get mad so we can sell you? Like, can we do that? Or can you prefer that? Can we get that way with a talk? We can ask Maguire to resolve the issue. I already did this once, so that's why I'm kind of knowing what's going to happen here. I asked Ronaldo before. So, guys, no way! How does Harry Maguire convince him when Ronaldo couldn't? Yeah, Harry, he just got away. He's like, yeah, come on, you got this. Maybe that's a reason to keep Harry Maguire around. He's an influential leader in the squad. Regardless what you think about him as a defender, his leadership is 17, and that's so... Like, he's right... Forget these arrows. Yeah, forget these arrows going down. He's got some nice attributes. He's another one. For me, he's rated pretty well in FM. And as I said, leadership is quite an important attribute in multiple areas, and that's one area we just saw. But yeah, it may not make sense because Ronaldo is the captain and he's in the team leader. Like, Maguire's not even a team leader. Ronaldo, yeah, he's got just as good attributes. So sometimes I feel like it's a flip of the coin or someone who he's played with more. Oh, he's got a brother, Lawrence Maguire. Chesterfield. Oh, God, he looks like him. He looks like him without looking like him. You know what I mean? For me, his facial features, maybe a little bit in terms of natural looks, but then like the hair and the smile. But yeah, in certain features, I guess. Oh, Van der Beek showing progress. I'm really intrigued about him. He is talented. We already talked about some attributes he has. So yeah, he's been good so far. And we're just not trying to ruin his career like Ollie is doing. But yeah, guys, actually, we're just going to play the single game in this episode. I think the transfer action, covered that extra game for this episode. And plus, it's Norwich. You would expect we win that. So yeah, we'll focus on this. And we brought up, definitely a few transfer things that you guys can answer up in the comments. So this one, because it is Liverpool, we're going strong. We're going strong here. McTominay is back in 7 days and Jadon Sancho is back in 1 day. We're not going to, definitely not Jadon Sancho. Want to really protect him, make sure he comes back at the right time. But I feel setting up like this, we have goals in us. And I think with not just being attacking, but I think we could try to actually control the game, like having an attacking setup here. You got Ronaldo, Fernandes, Rashford, Mbappe. I like how we're shaped up in a couple games, like in the last episode. I think like what we did to Man City, but away against Liverpool. I just wonder how that's going to calculate for this match. But yeah, we're just going to get right into it. Of course, McTominay, Sancho just come back from injuries, and Otherwise, even the bench is quite strong. If we're winning comfortably, maybe give Scholler. And I think Hannibal might come back in. We'll just see as that young player. Yeah, we might, even if Scholler does nothing bad, we put him back in the under-23s, give him like a month of games and maybe rotate them and just try and balance that well. It's kind of my technique of developing players. Like, someone like that, 17, 18, bring him in for a month. And they don't star. You don't expect them to be your star players. You bring them off the bench in a couple, maybe start them in a League Cup game, something like that. And then you send them back to the under-23s and they find form. I've just always had a good method, I guess you can say. That's been my method and my recipe for developing my youth players. And I'm sure you guys have your own little things. And it's not even if you think it works great or whatever. It's just maybe something you've always done. You got that routine. And yeah, I felt it's been pretty good for developing players and not running them into the ground. But yeah, it's an intimidating team when you come to Anfield. They've just got stars everywhere. They've got quality players and Firmino. So let's get into the team talk. Been on a good run lately. Okay, maybe the defenders need... Yeah, ooh. Then we hit the mids. Pogba's the only one. He stays composed, though. We've got attackers. Mbappe doesn't chat, but that's a really, really good amount that's inspired and motivated. Liverpool actually have had some L's. I reckon we have a chance to. I wouldn't say they're absolutely at their best right now. Okay, early chance here. Robertson. They're giving us, an early warning. Early warning signs there. But okay. Initially, they needed maybe. We'll encourage ourselves. Here we go. They're coming out strong. They're coming out very strong. Alexander Arnold. See what... If we can manage to win the ball back, then counter, they've got their fullbacks bombing forward. Early, it's feel like Liverpool is controlling this game and they go exceptionally close with that chance. So you're feeling like, maybe early, it's not going to be like that City game. Liverpool's finding a way. Varane intercepts. It's just... Robertson. Yeah, see, this is what we were hoping for. Oh, see, where's that coolness? Lucky Wan-Bissaka is up to it. Come on, where's that What's going on? Liverpool, man. Their tactics. Come on. Mbappe, come on. Fernandes. Feel we should have took that chance. Considering the goal scoring form he's been in this season. Let's demand more. After all that, it's actually 50-50 possession. But from the highlights we've seen, it's felt like Liverpool's dominated. Interesting. We've actually had more shots on target. To be fair, I take a draw here. I take a draw at Anfield. Just tricky conditions as well. We say we're far from pleased, but I'm not that far from pleased. We just know it motivates them. Oh, I wonder how many times I've said that over the years. Because that's the way we go about it. Oh, Ronaldo. Oof. Sorry if that reaction looked weird because I felt it, but that's just in the moment. I wasn't expecting Ronaldo to get injured after walking out onto the pitch after half-time. That's basically what happened. What did he do? He injured his groin just coming in. Like, exactly what I said. Get him off the pitch and bring on Mason Greenwood. All right. See, look at they're unhappy right now. They haven't got the best body language, Liverpool. And it would make sense if they go on to score a goal now. I know it's not just directly that, but that's disappointing. I know Ronaldo going off drops our overall rating as a team, so that doesn't help. Well, I say silly sliding effort. He had to try Wan-Bissaka. Looking like it's... This game has always felt like, oh, wow, they probably should have finished there with Alexander-Arnold. This game has always felt going Liverpool's way. I mean, you could probably feel that, like with the gameplay. I felt that before they scored. It's just like, okay, Wan-Bissaka. Now Bruno. This is good. Yeah, like that's a good enough chance to score. We've had 6 for the day. I feel we're deserving of a draw at this point. Who's on the bench? Wow. I don't think Luke Shaw's had a good game. Tales, maybe for one of his last. When you look at we're not taking off Fernandes, Rashford, Mbappe. Let's up the tempo. Yeah, let's switch this style up a little bit. Maybe go through the middle. Get stuck in. Maybe just distribute quickly. Yeah, just speed up the game a bit. Come on. Berate. Oh, I got to pause when I do that. Like, could have done it 5 minutes earlier in game. Come on. Turn this around. Made changes tactically. Is it going to come off? Who are you sliding, Van der Beek? Is that the guy you want to play more? Fucking trash. You'll get subbed for that. You can't even defend. Maybe Ollie knew it all along. That was trash. Let's put Fernandes there. Still be our advanced playmaker. Bring on Cavani. Play him as a poacher. And yeah, it's a bit of a heat of the moment. Maybe playing complete forward. Mbappe, definitely, yeah, it's definitely heat of the moment stuff. But that attempt was horrendous. And yeah, when I go to that very attacking, I like to drop it, to much higher. But then, the highest selection for passing directness. It's almost like a different United we've seen today, for whatever the reason may be. Away to Liverpool. That's the reason. Playing at Anfield, it's... You're up against it. You're up against it just with their players' quality. That was disgusting. Let alone the effects of playing at Anfield. All right. And how that's replicated. Come on. Come on. Show me something. We already berated them. That didn't work. Say fire up. I'm not sure what's left to say. That's the situation right now. Maybe make us more wide. Yeah, it's made us like switch things up, and looking at the stats look even. In terms of if we're looking at good chances. Shots on target, basically. 2-0. We were like wiped away. They wiped us off. Started with Ronaldo getting injured, as I said, just in from halftime, and what I said, Anfield related, coming up against Liverpool. It's never made easy. To be fair, it is not an easy thing in real life. So that's tried to be reflected. And it's reflected really, really well here. And yeah, right. 3 to 4 weeks, Ronaldo. That really hurts. He's done the groin. So yeah, we might continue a couple days, but I don't expect to see too much. As I said, we were just going to do that one game. We're just going to do the Liverpool game. And the next one we'll do maybe early-ish in January. Just seeing, when we can when we can just take a look, showcase the transfers. That's what we're going to say. All right, I just want to see if we get Luke Thomas coming in before the next game. Pogba, except is fine. Yeah, we hadn't seen us like that. It wasn't just a bad game. It just felt we had no cohesion. The cohesion just evaporated. You didn't see like what you've seen in every game of the season. Like, that's just it. You didn't see what we've been doing week in, week out. So that's what I'm trying to mention here with that game. Like, we just weren't allowed to play our way in below 3 to 5 days. And yeah, so he's got a great report, just 42.5 mil. A little bit more than I thought. And yeah, this is what we were waiting for. We're waiting for getting Luke Thomas in, confirming that, just on the loan deal. So his wage is not the greatest. It's 34k for a Premier League player, not too bad. So yeah, he'll come in. And we're due for our next game against Norwich. So I'll play that and maybe the next few off camera because, yeah, there's relatively easier games. And I'll be weighing up what you guys are really saying. Even though it's, EFL Cup, Carabao Cup semi-finals, should be beating Sheffield. That's why I was kind of happy to draw them, knowing that game I could, play off camera and you guys expecting us to win. Maybe you'll see us maybe mid to late December and see the transfers we managed to conduct. And, of course, get your comments in with those. And I'll definitely take them into account. But, yeah, for now, we're going to leave it there. I just want to finish maybe on the league table. Yeah, Liverpool needed to beat us there. I'm just very disappointed what we shown there. Like, I was disappointed that we didn't see us. Like, at my game, we didn't see that. What we've seen week in, week out, to be fair. Because we played against Liverpool. So, yeah, we're going to leave it there. And I'll see you guys next time.